to go? Okay. The British Open first round main draw match. Best of 5 6-game sets. On the serving end, we have Robert Shenkman. And on the receiving end, Benedict Yorston. Best of 5 6-game sets. Rob to serve first. Lovell. Bolts. Chase the first gallery. Bolt. Chase worse than 2. 2 chases. No strokes. Sorry, Ben, what's that?
It's a little dodgy at that end as well now.
The sweating?
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, you know, it's not too bad now, but I don't know in half an hour. We'll have to see what's
Okay.
like.
It's a little wet, so just let Ben. Okay, no strokes. Are you okay down there? Yeah. No strokes. First chase is the first gallery. Love, chase worse than 2. Lost the chase. 15 all. $30-15. Rest. 40-15. 70. Out of court. 30-40. Bolts. First game to the server. 1-0. Chase better than second gallery. Votes.
Oh, no shot.
Four. 15 love. All. Fault.
Oh, so fair. Come on. Body.
30-15. Out of court. 30 all.
Yeah, stop.
40-30, one chase. Better than second gallery. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah. I can't stand up for it.
40-30, serve leads. Chase better than second gallery. Shot. Game to the server. One game all. Love. Time. Vote. Dirty love. Forty love. Game to the server. 2 games to 1. Sweating too much, is it? Okay. Give me 1 minute.
side. We're going to wait for that call. Sorry, Ben. Yeah, so we were meant to be on that one, and they reckon that one's going to hopefully be ready soon. Oh, mate.
Appreciate that. Yes, Are you definitely upstairs?
Yeah. Well, I didn't go. I wasn't allowed in the gym, but I used the
You can ask my
stretching.
card, Jack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right then. Any balls on here? That's a question. Oh yeah, we do. That many balls, but. Hey, your British Open's never ended. Never gonna end.
Was never ending with my boss.
Mate, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Like, literally saying, if one of us twisted an ankle on the wet court, do you reckon he would just rocked up ready to play?
I was thinking that, you know, like after those first few rallies, because obviously it was falling, I was like, this is getting so bad. And I could just see it, you slipping in your head, going
It's
to
all
me
that's it.
doing
Yeah,
it.
that was it.
And I was like, oh my god, like this is terrifying. So I was thinking that, I was like, God, this is bad.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
how are we?
Yeah, good man.
Good seeing you. You good? Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Alice, nice to meet you.
That's good. That's the side that's the problem, child.
I'll try and get the balls then.
If this starts again, you just come and grab me your bag.
Yep.
No worries. You want balls now? Jeez.
Shocking.
Get balls on the other court. Alright, was it all about it? No, actually, we have to go back now. We can hit it because that's the problem. Back, that's effectively there's some back court and spread this way.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So it was the so that we have
No,
no
no,
provision.
there's nothing you can do.
The only thing that annoys me between now is getting Queen's
What?
or green.
Gotcha. Okay.
Turn it off.
No. Graham's my guy. Go before you go away.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Honestly, we would have been on it.
Da 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 da.
Well done. Very well done. Who the fuck is
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Queen's Club. We've had a rather strange morning here, where we've had the court sweating for much of the morning. So from about 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock, John Lumley and Steve Pagoda having a practice session before their matches later in the week. And they were the first ones to report the court was sweating. So they alerted Ben Ronaldson, the head pro. As described by John Lumley, it was like ice. So the decision was made that the East Court here at Queen's was unplayable, which, given that we've got 6 matches today, meant that we were going to be struggling for timing if that were to continue. So for the 9 o'clock match, which was between Rob Shenkman and Ben Yorston, the decision was made to move over to the West Court. We managed to get some cameras set up there, get everything set up around there, and managed to get 3 games in before, unfortunately, the court there started sweating as well. So play was suspended on the West Court. So now, after some much hard scrubbing by a team of people here, including head pro Ben Ronaldson, John Woods Casey from Melbourne, Jack Carter from Middlesex, Alex Garside from Seacourt, and Carolina Diego from the T&RA. Spent much time scrubbing away, working very hard to try and get the court back into a playable state, and it looks like they have done so. So they worked very hard to scrub the court dry again, and it is now playable. We've got the thumbs up from tournament director Alistair Lumsden, and looks like we will be able to resume play now on the East Court as was originally intended. However, we're now already running almost 2 hours behind. So the players are back on court again. They are knocking up ahead of the resumption in play. So let's have a look at some of the profiles of the players. Actually, going to go straight to the resumption here. So here we go. We're back to play. Is it on? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Ben, can you hear me? Testing, should be working now.
Advantage server. Well, second serve.
So, apologies for that, just trying to get the Marcus mic working, which apparently appears to be now.
Not up. Better than 2.
So yeah, the resumption of play.
Advantage, 1 chase.
A juice game. And let's have a look at some of the profiles. So Rob Shenkman, British Amateur Champion. He's had a fantastic season last year, and looking to continue that
Advantage.
this year.
Chase better than 2.
Got his handicap under scratch,
Better
comfortably
than 2.
now cementing himself in the top 10, looking to break the top 8, and to ensure that in future matches future tournaments he gets that coveted seeded spot, so he can progress straight to the round of 16 matches.
Advantage receiver.
Both players still taking a bit of time to get back into the swing of things. It's not easy having to play a few games, get warmed up, go through all the processes, then have to come off court and do it all again in a few hours' time. It's not something that you do too much in the game of real tennis.
Advantage server.
Rob takes an advantage here. On handicaps, you'd expect him to blitz through this game fairly quickly, but you just have to see how it all goes.
Game to the server.
And Rob Shenkman gets the first game after the resumption of play, which he'll be very happy about, given the disruption.
Last gallery. Hazard better than a yard. 2 chases, no strokes.
So let's have a look now at
Last gallery and Hazard better
the career
than a yard.
highlights for Rob Shenkman. As you can see, it's been a stellar 2023. Won the US Pro Satellite and the Category A. Made the final. Well, won the silver racket. Played the gold racket against Jamie Douglas. Went down in 5. British Amateur Champion in 2023. US Amateur Champion in 2023.
No
There isn't really anything in
First
that
chase
amateur
is
game
the
that he's
last
not
gallery.
accomplished
Last
at this
gallery.
point. And now he looks to make strides into the top of the elite game.
Rest. 15 love. Receiver leads. Hazard better than a yard.
Rob going for the galleries there to win the hazard chase. Doesn't pay off. Puts up on the penthouse. Can Ben finish this off?
Fifteen-all. $30-15. Chase 2 and 3. 30-15. 70. All. 40-30. Receiver leads. Chase 2 and 3.
So looking at some of the recent matches of Rob Shenkman.
30.
Last
2
month
and
played
3.
the silver racket final against Jamie Giddens. Won that. Is through to the gold racket against Jamie Douglas later this month. First round match here though.
Juice. Advantage server.
Rob now looking for a 4-1 lead in this first set, which will be a commanding lead. Very tough for Ben to get back into this set, let alone this match.
Game to the server. 4 games to 1. Love.
Rob's really getting into a rhythm now. And seeing the points come thick and fast.
All up. $15 Vault. Chase the second gallery. 15-all. $30-15.
Rob's really targeting that grill now. Saw Darren Long yesterday in his match against Mark Hobbs hit a lot of grills in a very short space of
Out of
time.
court. 30-all.
And Shenkman's really going to start pushing up that grill count.
Got 40-30, 1 chase.
Let's talk a bit about Ben Yorston. 23-year-old from Radley, was a schoolboy there. That's where he learnt to play the game. Then did his degree at Oxford University, which is he played for the Blues team, played the varsity matches with some
Scores 40-30,
long
the server leads.
epic matches against
Chase the
Cambridge's
second
Ian
gallery.
McDonald. And now he's looking to make his way into the amateur scene here in the UK.
Vault.
And push that
Second
handicap down
serve.
towards that 10 level. Get into the single figures.
Deuce. Chase the line.
That one just tips over the net. Chase the line.
Deuce.
As is customary in real tennis, if you get a lucky shot, you apologise to your opponent.
Fault. Advantage, one chase.
So, Ben Yorston
Chase the line.
is
Advantage, receiver.
playing here at
Chase
the
the
British Open for
line.
the second time. He made it through the qualifiers last year. Won the Category B Open in 2019.
Advantage,
turn that
receiver.
into
Chase the line.
Category A before too long. And push into that 0 to 9s handicap group. So this is a great learning experience for him.
On the chase and the game.
Playing here at an Open.
2 games to 4.
It's nothing quite like it. Playing a 5-set match. Against the best of the best.
15 love.
So Rob Shenkman sneaks that one into the grill off the main wall.
Love.
It's now 7 grills for Rob over the course of just 6 games. It's quite impressive.
$40
To hit that many grills, not only do you need to be accurate with your target hitting, but you also need to spend a lot of time down the service end, which he is doing in this first set.
15-40. Fault. Game to the server. 5 games to 2. First set.
Now, Rob Shenkman is just 1 game away from taking the first set. Which is the result that we all kind of were expecting. The court sweating delay notwithstanding.
$15 love.
Yes, another grill for Robert Shenkman.
Chase the door. 15 love. $15 all. Faults. Second serve. $30-15.
Ben's not happy with the not up call, but I thought it was all good.
Last gallery, 2 chases. 30-15. Receiver leads. Chase the door and the last gallery.
So looking at Ben's recent matches, we've seen him go through 2 rounds of qualifying. First match against Chris Ailey, which was fairly one-sided, and then against Mark Hobbs, who also went through as a lucky loser in place of Jamie Giddens, and played Darren Long yesterday.
30-15, receiver leads.
Won both of those
Chase
2
the
in straight
door.
sets, and made it through into this British Open first round.
Won the chase, 40-15,
And that
last
brings up
gallery.
set point to Rob Shenkman. The last gallery chase was going deep on the backhand side. And here's an opportunity. Nails it down to the forehand corner, and that's the set.
6 games to 2.
Rob Shenkman takes the first set
Second
here.
set.
I mean, we can't say it was necessarily unexpected, but we now got straight away into the
Well,
second set.
second serve.
Ben needs to figure out something ASAP. But one feels that with where Rob's hitting targets at the moment, he might just be too good. Oh, that found the edge of the timbre. Just to see
15
Rob,
love.
just a bit too much.
Vote. Thirty love. Forty love. Stroke. 15-40. Game to the server, 1 game to love. Second set.
Now Ben Yorston joins the grill party with his third grill of the match. Unfortunately,
love.
off the back wall there for Ben Yorston. Just couldn't quite read the bounce properly. You can see he is targeting that grill. He just can't seem to find it the same way that Rob can. This is excellent defensive play by Rob here. Staying in the point, reading the timbre really well. Excellent rally, it keeps going. And Ben wins it in the end. Well, I don't know how many strikes that was, but that was
15-all.
fantastic. We've waited a long time this morning to see some good tennis, and now it's delivering.
Chase the second gallery. 15-all.
Yorston has started the second set well. He's up 1 love, 30-15 up. Taking the game to Rob here, which is good to see.
Chase worse than the door. 2 chases. 30-15, receiver leads.
So the
Second
winner
gallery and worse than the door.
the winner of this match goes on to play Leon Smart in the next round, which should be a cracking match.
30-15, receiver leads. Chase the second gallery.
Rob makes it, as we somewhat expect him to do. He's fighting for that number 8 spot.
Vault.
In the world.
Second serve.
They're very close on world ranking points at the moment. So a win in a match directly between the two will go a long way to determining who makes that top 10.
40-15, Chase worse than the door. Won the chase.
Smart play by Ben there. Chase
And
was
the
worse
game.
than Door,
2
managed
games
get
to
it into
love.
the second gallery, a fairly safe shot. Get that second game. Takes a 2-love lead in this set. Oh, that's unfortunate.
15 love.
This is the grill low, but still manages to get the point.
Stroke. 15-all.
Rob just needs to calm down here. He knows he's the better player. He just needs to play his shots. Make sure his defensive game is solid and then turn into that attacking game.
30-15.
But Yorston's putting up a fight here, which is good to see. In this battle between these two amateurs.
$40-15. Hazard worse than 2. 40-15, 1 chase. Score is 40-15, the server leads. Hazard worse than 2. $30-40. Deuce.
Great defensive work there by Rob to bring the game back to Deuce. He was 40-15 down. As you see, his defensive volleys coming out.
Advantage receiver.
They are such class that they are. Now needs to find a way to turn that defense into attack again.
Not up. Chase better than 2.
So here's his chance to get into
Advantage server. Chase better than 2.
get into their second set. He's got advantage and a very good chase on the floor. What can Ben do here? It's better than 2 chase against someone like Rob. You know his defensive volley is pretty good, so maybe you try and attack it on the floor.
Advantage server. Chase
Kind of
better
depends
than
what serve you
2.
get. Here we go, better than 2.
Bolts. Lost the chase.
Goes
And
for
the game.
a floater at the dead on.
1
Misses
game to
low.
2.
Rob gets the game.
$15 love.
I fell quite close to the wall there. It's hard to get a racket back behind that. Now, only thing that Ben can do is put it in the net.
$30 love.
As Rob records his first grill of the set, I think one of the things that's allowed Ben to get into this set in the way that he has is Rob hasn't been finding that grill quite the
15-30.
same rate as he was. He's been missing too far to the right. He's been hitting straight timbre a lot, which is, for these top guys, is not actually a terrible shot. For many of us mere mortals in terms of handicap, anything off the timbre is pretty deadly, but for these guys, they read it so well. Anything straight timbre that usually comes back as a defensive volley.
Good rest.
Another
40-15.
long rest with lots of strokes. That's how Rob wants to play it. He'll find the weakness eventually. He knows he's got his defensive game all put together. And once he finds that grill, that opening, he's not going to say no.
Chase the second gallery, and we need some balls, please. 40-15. The receiver leads. Chase the second gallery.
Just as we collect the balls, let's have a look at those statistics from the first set. As you can see, it's the grills that really made that first set. 9 grills to Rob Shenkman.
So it's 40-15. Receiver leads.
Set duration of 1 hour 40 minutes.
Chase the second gallery.
That's due to
Second gallery.
due to the fact that we had the delay due to the sweating court and the shift of the two courts.
On the chase, and the game, 2 games all.
Finds the edge of that dead on. Was a chase playing off a second gallery, so he managed to win the point. A bit fortunate there for Rob, because if it goes
15 love.
Goes a few inches to the left, then it is a relatively straightforward shot for Ben to go into the hazard galleries. That's what he was trying to do before. Main ball force into the dead on. Goes for it again, can't find it this time.
30-15.
Ben finds the kill shot onto the base of the timber. One thing that's impressive about Ben's game is that he's not afraid to vary up his serve. This again very much comes from the
30-40.
From the Chris Ronaldson school of thought. You shouldn't let a player settle into your serve. Have lots of different options and vary it up.
Vote.
On the women's game, especially Leia van der Zwalman comes from this school of thought. Even if she serves an ace on one serve, she'll always change it to something else for the next one.
3 and 4.
So, given that Ben is a former Radley pupil under Chris Ronaldson, that's not entirely surprising.
30-40. Receiver leads. Chase 3 and 4. Chase 3 and 4.
Short chase here, but still a chance for Ben to take another lead in the second set. And he does.
Game to the receiver.
You could hear the cut on that.
3 games
so
to
severe. 2. Rob just needs to keep his head cool now.
15 love.
Finds the nick on the railroad. You can't rely on that every day. You've got to get the rest of your game working as well.
Wow,
love. And there he goes for the volley straight off the penthouse. Doesn't let it bounce. Caught Ben napping a bit, I think there. Ben was kind of waiting for it to come down. But Rob goes straight for the volley. Then he's putting the pressure on Rob here. He's making him volley. He's targeting that dead on. And eventually, Rob is making some mistakes on his volleys, which is not characteristic of him. Normally he's so good on that backhand volley. But Ben is keeping on putting it there.
Got a court.
Anything on the floor?
30 all.
You'd expect Rob to put it straight at that grill. So Ben is targeting that dead on.
One chase.
That's a bit of a racket shot, that one.
Last gallery.
A bit of a racket shot, playing off all the walls, trying to get enough spin to turn and bite off of them. as we see that
40-30, receiver leads. Chase the last gallery.
No, this to make it 3-all.
Vaults.
One,
the
very
chase
good cut
and the
volley by Rob
game.
Shenkman.
3 games all.
You can see from that camera angle the ball swerving to the right, just constantly going slightly further out of Ben's reach. If you ever watched Rob
15
Fay
love.
in the flesh, and even Tim Chisholm with their devastating cut volleys, you'll see how much the ball swerves off the cut volley. As it swerves away, it just makes it so much harder to retrieve, especially because it's going to die off the back wall.
Not up. Chase better than 3.
Ben is holding back there and trying to wait for Rod to make an error. It's not necessarily going to come at this level anymore. He has to find a way to finish that point. It's easier said than done, however.
$30 love.
As Rob Shenkman finds a main wall force. Such a good shot on this court, as we saw in the World Championships in 2018. Goes for it again, misses high.
40 love, 1 chase. Better than 3.
As we see that cut volley, just how great it looked on that camera angle.
$40 love, server leads. Chase better than 3. Lost the chase, fell worse than 5, and the game to the server. 4 games to 3. $15 love.
And Ben joins the party yet again with another main wall force. The first set was about grills, the set's been about those main wall forces.
Stroke. 30 love.
To Ben's credit here, he's really putting up a good fight.
Vaults.
It's going into this match, no one's expecting him to do well or to win or take a set off Rob. So the fact that he's gotten this far, pushing for a 4-all in his second set, a testament to how far his game's come along.
15-30. $40-15.
Rob's changed up his serve. He was serving rods, goes for the underarm twist now.
First gallery. 40-15, 1 chase.
So I think in this set, Rob really hasn't found the grill nearly as much as he did in that first set. I think that's really been the difference. He's been a few high, a few wide. It's just been easier for Ben to play. It's not that Ben's been defending the grill as
40-15, the
such,
server leads. Chase the first gallery.
but Rob just hasn't been quite as accurate on it, and he's given Ben an opening here to try and push this to 4-all.
Game to the server.
Unforced error takes
4
it to
games
4-all.
all. Second set. $15 love. $15 all.
It's getting a bit tense here. 4-all in this set.
Run up. Chase 2 and 3. $15 all. $30-15.
Ben's playing a really good game here. He's got nothing to lose in this match, so he's giving it absolutely everything. And the fist pump from Ben Yorston there. He takes a 40-15 lead in this game. I think if you ever watch Ben, he's usually a very animated character on court. Lots of fist pumps and rapid flips.
40-15, receiver leads. Chase 2 and 3.
Here we go, chase 2 and 3.
Fault. Second serve.
That's a grill just when Rob Shenkman needed that.
30-40.
Can't afford to give Ben the chance at a 5-4 when you get to 5 games in a set. It's essentially a flip of a coin to get that last one. No matter how well you play, all it takes is a few unlucky bounces or a net cord or something. You don't want to let him get to 5.
Deuce. Chase worse than 2.
Looked for the galleries there, couldn't find them, still gets the
Huge.
chase in the end. Now that ball should be going into that last gallery. Make sure you get that service end back, because you're going to get more points down that end.
Advantage. 1 chase. Worse than 2.
So it's Rob Shenkman who takes the advantage in the juice game.
Advantage receiver.
With a worse than 2
Chase
chase to
worse
attack.
than 2.
Your money's probably still on Ben here, unless Rob can find a good force.
Worse than 2.
Here we go. Worse than 2.
Lost the chase, fell worse than 3. Deuce.
Back to juice. Tension building.
Got up. Advantage server. Chase worse than 3.
And it cut very severely off the back.
Advantage receiver, Chase worse than 3.
Ben couldn't quite get to it, managed to get out of the way of it, fortunately for him. But still has the game point.
Advantage receiver,
But
worse than
3 to
3.
attack. It's not going to be easy. He's going for it on the floor. Almost to bounce dead on. Yeah, fantastic attack and play by Ben there. Really kept in that rally, even though it was worse than 3. But Rob Shenkman finds the goods in the end.
Rest. Advantage server. Deuce.
Ben is really staying in this match here. He's not giving up. He's really finding any opening he can in Rob's game to get any points that he can get. It's still four games all and deuce. Lose one here. What can Ben do? Again, that really needs to go last gallery at this stage in the match. So just going to open up. Rob Shenkman to hit another grill. That takes his tally to 13. You think if Ben had looked for that gallery off that back penthouse shot, what difference that would have made in the complexion of this current set.
Chase 1 and 2. Advantage receiver. Chase 1 and
So
2.
Natasha in the chat is loving the coverage and the commentary, asking who's commentating. Well, my name is Ben Gatenbeek. I run all the streaming here across the UK. So because this is supposed to be the 9 AM match, unfortunately none of the other professionals wanted to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning to commentate.
Chase 1 and
Hopefully we'll
2.
be some professionals on the commentary mic later in the day. But given that we are so delayed because of the sweating court break, remains to be seen how many of them are going to want to stick around for it.
Lost the chase.
Kept trying that one, Rob. He was
Deuce.
1 and 2. He found 2 on target forces, but Ben was good enough to keep it out. Back to the 5th deuce.
Last gallery. Deuce.
So it is great to have all of you watching. Do let us know where you're watching from.
Not up. Chase worse than 3. Okay. 2 chases.
Ben's not happy with that decision, but it will stand.
Last gallery and worse than 3.
Ben's the kind of player it can get into his head sometimes if
Ben. Yeah. I know some other markers might tolerate it, but I'm not going to today, alright?
he gets a bit of a warning there, unofficial warning there for the marker for his
Deuce, 2 chases.
commentary on
Last
the
gallery
decision.
and worse than 3. Last
Ben
gallery.
is the kind of player, if something gets into his head, he can wound his mind a bit. He needs to put it out of his mind and focus on this next point. Last gallery chase.
Advantage server, chase worse than 3.
Now, Rob Shenkman here, great chance to take a 5-4 lead in this set. And a great serve takes it.
Game to the server, 5 games to 4.
Rob Shenkman slowly closing the door on Ben Yorston's chances here of progressing in this tournament.
$15 love.
Even if Ben's not got all of the attacking shots of a scratch handicapper, he is really fighting really
15
hard
all.
here. It's great to see the up-and-coming UK players. He'll take a lot away from this match.
30-15.
A lot of positives to take away as I look back on this match. He's pushed Rob quite hard here. Could there be a twist in the tail yet?
$30
As Rob finds his 15th grill of the match. Can't give him the option for that target. He will take it every time. Goes for it again, but misses high.
Chase 1 and 2. 30 40-30, 1 chase. 1 and 2.
Rob will probably have other ideas, but I think that flying forehand volley is probably one of his signature shots. It's kind of, it takes off a bit late, comes out of nowhere, gets a racket up to it, and oftentimes is too good.
40-30, receiver leads. Chase 1 and 2.
So set point here, albeit with a 1 and 2 chase. You're expecting a force. Is Ben's volley good enough? Is his serve good enough?
What's the chase?
The
Deuce.
force is there, but the force is low. A deuce game again here in this second set.
Bolt.
Oh, that nearly went winning gallery, that did. Finds
It's
that
the last gallery. Ball up. Deuce.
Ben very nearly having a fluke winning gallery in that point. The standard of tennis here is once again excellent. If you are in the London area, do come along and watch some of the matches later on in the week.
Advantage. Chase the
Tickets
last
are
gallery.
available for most of the rest of the matches, except the finals might be sold out. There may be a few side gallery seats still available. So do check the T&RA website for ticket information.
Advantage receiver. Chase the
As Ben
last
Yorston
gallery.
here has a chance to take it to 5-all with the chase last gallery.
Deuce. Advantage server.
Once again, Rob Shenkman finds the grill with a chance now to take the second set. He's got the serve this time. Oh, and there's a fluke dead on from Ben Yorston.
Deuce.
An emergency boast out of the forehand off the timbre and floats into the dead on. To save set point.
Chase 2
You can
yards.
see on that
Chase
last shot of
two.
Ben's just
Deuce.
how much cut he's putting on the ball. That almost very nearly floated into the winning gallery as well.
Hazard half a yard.
So as unfortunate when it comes off the timbre and goes into the hazards. Doesn't happen too often here at Queen's,
Deuce.
but if you're hitting
Chase
it from
2
right
and
up
hazard half a yard.
on the backhand side, directly at the timbre, it can come up into the hazards. A number of new courts, of course, have had issues with that over the years. I think most recently the Washington court, although it is fixed now, it's a beautiful court. That recently hosted the World Championships, and also the second court at Prested has had to have the better than half a yard line filled in order to stop too many balls going off the timbre into the hazard chases.
Score is deuce.
So, which is a bit hard
Two
there because
chases.
of course the court is all striped on the floor.
First
If you've ever
chase
been there.
is 2. Chase 2.
All right, chase 2.
That way. Second chase was hazard half a yard. Lost the chase, fell 3 and 4. Advantage server, hazard half a yard. Game to the server.
Somewhat fortunate
That's
grill.
5 games all.
Takes us to 5-all. What have we got in store for us in this final game of this second set?
Not up. 15 love. Second gallery.
So Rob finds the
15 love.
gallery chase. It's always important to get a chase in the bag, because you never know when you're going to need to be back down that service end. You can't always rely on getting a chase 2. Right, so
Hazard second gallery, 2 chases.
great effort from there from Ben, to be fair.
15
tight on the
love,
wall.
receiver leads.
Didn't have much option.
Chase the
Managed to
second
find the
gallery
net cord,
and
just
Hazard second gallery.
Just spills over for a Hazard second gallery chase. So you see the disappointment on Rob's face as he watches that fly into the grill.
Scores 15 love, receiver leads. Chase the
from
second
the second
gallery.
half. It's a game point of that last game. So, second gallery chase here.
Bolts. Won the chase.
So great,
30 love.
well-crafted
Hazard
point from Ben
second
there.
gallery.
He was going for the last gallery in 3 different shots. Managed to find it on the third of them. Much needed
15
base of the
30.
timbre there from Rob Shenkman. So yeah, on that previous point from Ben, he went straight down the line at the last gallery, boasted last gallery, and then found it down the line again. Very well played. Oh, that's just missed high. There's a chance for Rob. He deceives. He was looking like he was going to go
30 all.
grill, but instead goes boast into the forehand corner. 30 all. What a tense set. Edge of the seat stuff.
(40-30).
And a very heavy cast straight into the grill. Brings up the third set point for Rob Shenkman.
Chase the last gallery. 40-30, 1 chase.
Ben finds the last gallery. Your last gallery is probably a 50-50 shot for most of these players, by the balance of where it is on the court. So, yeah, he'll take that, go down the other end, flip a coin to see if he's going to win the
receiver lead.
defend the set point, and take
Last
the juice.
gallery.
So here we go. Third set point, chase last gallery. And there we go. With a big screen,
Game
Rob
and the
Shenkman takes the second set.
6
He
games.
eats
to
his
5.
racket. That was a
Scores
tough
2
one for
sets
him.
to love. Receiver
Probably
lead.
much harder than he was
Third
anticipating.
set, level.
But he's got there. And credit to Ben Yorston for pushing him in that second set. I don't think going into this anyone was expecting it to go quite so close. But 1 set to go for Rob, 3 for Ben. We're not over yet.
15 love.
No, we'll do it at some point.
$30 love. $15-30. $30 all.
Looks like Rob's just got a bit of energy from that set point. He's moving around the court just a little bit faster now. And just a little bit harder. He needs to focus that energy into something a bit productive instead of wasting balls high on the penthouse. As we see the first winning gallery of the match by Ben Yorston. This is, as Yorston finds the grill, takes the lead in this set, just as he did in the first. Sorry, rather the second. As I say, Rob just needs to knuckle down, focus, make sure he's doing all the right things, just as he was in that first set. Stick to the strategy, stick to his game plan, not get carried away. It's not going to be easy if Ben keeps slamming grills.
Bolts! $30-15. No chases.
Oh, and a between the leg shot by Yorston there. Something he's known to be doing. Not afraid of a trick shot.
30 all.
Doesn't pay off for him in the end, but it looks good.
$40-30.
Rob just looks like he's calming down, getting into that rhythm again, and grind through some points. Oh, and that somehow finds the dead on.
Game to the receiver. 1 game all.
Ben was expecting it to go low and was ready to slam it at the grill, but not to be.
Second gallery.
Smart play there. Find the galleries. Get yourself a chase at least once. You don't have to go for the galleries again now because you know you've got the chase. But get at least one in the bag. He's been at the receiving end for 2 whole games now, so he needs to break up the rhythm of Ben's serving, get down the service end, start to put some pressure on himself. See,
15 love.
you can see there off a very similar ball. Yeah, off a very similar ball. He's got the chase now, so he went for the dead on. Didn't pay off for him, but still went for it. Got the dead on that time though.
Second gallery, 2 chases. 15 all.
As we have a look back at the
Chase second gallery. And the second gallery.
So yeah, do let us know where you're watching from, if you're enjoying the coverage. Let us know who your tip is to win this match, who your tip is to win the whole thing. We've got the finals
15
coming
all.
up next
Second
Monday.
gallery. 30-15.
Yeah, you can't.
Second gallery.
If you're playing off a second gallery or even any service side chase, you really can't afford to let the ball go into the forehand corner because the galleries are wide open.
40-15. It's the last gallery.
One of the features of Ben's career so far
40-15, receiver leads.
is that he's
Last
spent
gallery.
most of his career going for tournaments like the Oxford versus Cambridge varsity match or the under 21-24s where you're playing the likes of people like
40-15,
Ed
receiver
Hyde,
leads. Last gallery.
Eva McDonald, so 20-odd handicappers. And at that level, it's just a case of who makes the mistake first. But as he steps up to this level, he's got to start to find winners of his own and craft the point in a way such that he's winning the points, not just not losing them.
Game to the receiver. 2 games to 1. Good shot. 15 love. Bolt. Fifteen all. Bolt. Second serve. No chase. Stroke. 30-15. All. No chases.
Jesus, how can you not hit the dead on?
40-30.
Rob's getting a bit frustrated with himself there. I think coming into this match, he probably was expecting something like a love 1 or 2 result. Ben has pushed him quite hard here, which is good to see. It's great to see competitive matches at the British Open.
Bolt.
It's a very rogue serve from Ben there, going for the full PK, but can't manage to quite find the accuracy on it.
Advantage server.
Could be in for another good set here. Ben's 1 point away with the serve from a 2-all. Do not look away. There we go.
Into the server.
It is 2-all.
2 games all. Third set.
What a match we have on our hands here, folks.
Chase the last gallery. No strokes. $15 love.
And looks like a string's just gone there from Ben.
Is that a string?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
One of those new timbre strings that Zach Edel has been promoting. And he's going back to the old strings. So Zach will be very disappointed.
15 love. Server leads. There's 1 chase pending.
So yeah, if you do see any coloured strings of any of the players, there's a few reds, few yellows are going around. All those
Second gallery, 2 chases.
those strings have been arranged by Zach Edel, who's been also promoting the Timbre Tour this season. So let's have a look at some of the statistics from that second set. That 6-5 set was a long one, 47 minutes.
15 love.
Given that it was
Receiver leads.
quite
2
long,
chases.
the grill count down even on the
gallery
first
and
set.
second gallery.
For Rob Shenkman, only hitting 8 compared to 9 in that first set. Points 1, only 2 points in it. That's really well done by Ben there to be fighting that hard. He probably just needs to look to lay a few more chases. That chase is laid down at 19%. It's probably not
15
good
love.
enough.
Receiver leads. Chase
Even
the
if it
last
does mean
gallery.
Putting a few more into that last gallery. So we'll see that defended here.
Bolts. All second gallery.
Cannot give Rob Shenkman any room on that service end. He will hit it at the galleries. Sorry, rather, the grill. It's a tough ball that's well got out by Ben. Fortunately, he can't get it off the
15.
timbre. Sometimes it's a cruel fate in this game. The balls that come flush off the back penthouse. He did well to get it back over. Couldn't rescue the rest of the point.
Game. 3 games to 2.
Rob Shenkman just 3 games away now from securing his place in the second round and a match up with Boston's Leon Smart.
15 love.
3 games is just 12 points, but sometimes those 12 points can be the hardest of the match. Rob doesn't mind these long rallies. He knows that on the probabilities, Ben will make a mistake before he does. But he would like to finish it a bit sooner.
30 love. Chase worse than second gallery.
Unlucky one coming off the
30
bando.
love.
Not only do you not get the dot, you also have a fairly ordinary chase.
Bolt. Forty love. 1 chase. Worse than second gallery.
So looking in the chat, Josie Tan from Melbourne,
Yeah, we need some balls. Thank
she'll be watching the matches later on replay. For the Australians interested, there is Australian action both today and tomorrow. So in the schedule, at 3 o'clock UK time, we are due to have John Woods Casey playing against Bertie Vallett. John Woods Casey from Melbourne and Bertie Vallett here, home junior at Queen's. I suspect that will happen a bit later than 3 o'clock, given that we're
Score is
already
40
2
love.
hours behind.
Receiver
Sorry,
leads.
just over an hour behind schedule.
And the chase
So
is worse
yes, Josie,
than
you probably
second
will
gallery.
watch that one tomorrow morning, Australian time. And then the other Australian interest is tomorrow. The 12 o'clock match will be between Ollie Pridmore and John Lumley. As Ollie
40 love. Worse than
plays in
second
just his
gallery.
third Open. Did well to beat Claire yesterday.
Won the chase. 4 games to 2.
Rob Shenkman looking to finish off this match now. It's been on a bit too long with all the hubbub this morning.
Second gallery.
With the court sweat. Hard to tell from up here how that's going. You can hear the shoes squeaking quite a bit on the effects mics. But given that they're still out there and still playing,
All up.
one can only assume
15
that
love.
it's all right. Head professional here, Ben Ronaldson, says that the court sweat probably happens one day a year. And it's just unfortunate that it happened on the day of British Open. But it tends to, it does come, it tends to go fairly quickly. So hopefully we can get our full slate of matches in today. It's not an easy shot by Ben running backwards. He has to be careful he doesn't slip over and bang his head into the wall or something like that.
Bolt. Second serve. $15.30. 1 chase, second gallery.
I have a theory in tennis that if ever a player asks the marker, oh, that's a sneaky shot. Player asks the marker if there are any
Hazard
chases,
second gallery.
the next point inevitably ends up in a chase. I think that drag serve might have just clipped the ledge of the winning gallery, which is what forced
I saw it in the roof.
Rob to have to play it behind his back.
Server leads, 2 chases, second gallery, and Hazard second gallery.
So yeah, if the player asks if there are any chases, it means generally the next point they're looking to hit a severe cut or as we look at that replay, yeah, it did just hit that ledge of that winning gallery. Almost a perfect
30,
ace,
15, the
but
server
not
leads.
quite.
Second gallery.
So we have a second gallery chase here.
All, Hazard second gallery. On it, 40-30, receiver.
Off a hazard chase, any gallery will do. Ben Yorston 40-30 up now in this game.
Hazard 1 and 2. 40-30, server leads. Hazard 1 and 2.
It's also in the chat, Caroline Yorston, watching from Somerset. Good to have some support for Ben on the live stream. And Jane Taylor's, who's supporting Shenkman from Petworth, enjoying the coverage and can't tear herself away from the TV. Well, this has been a gripping match.
1 and 2.
Hopefully we'll have plenty more of these gripping matches today.
Votes.
So you see Ben running up there to the galleries. That's because it is a hazard chase. He does want to defend those galleries. It probably wasn't ever going to be hit there. Rob was always widening up to hit that hard into the forehand side. And it's probably a bit too close to the side penthouse, really, for the shot to be on. But you've got to cover them just in case.
Advantage server. Deuce.
Back to deuce in this game. So if you are settling in for a day of tennis viewing, the next match on after this will be
Last gallery.
Zach Edel, who overcame Will Flynn in 5 sets yesterday against French #1 Mathieu Salon in a rematch of their first round at the French Open
Advantage.
back in September, which although Zach had chances in, Mathieu managed to come through, I
Advantage
believe,
receiver.
in
Chase the
4
last
sets.
gallery.
This thing's floating in. Not at the speed of light.
So do stay tuned for that. That will follow immediately after this match.
Advantage receiver. Last gallery.
That's the second round match, and then following that at 1 o'clock will be
Votes.
Bertie Vallett and John Woods Casey. Bertie Vallett coming through the qualifying pathway.
to the receiver. 3 games to 4.
Ben Yorston's not giving up on this yet. He's got absolutely nothing to lose. He's giving it a great fight. It's fantastic to see. Rob just needs to find these last 8 points to close out the match. But they can be very hard 8 points to find. Unless, of course,
15 love.
your opponent smashes it straight into the net.
Not up. Chase better than 2.
Some good call there by the marker. Jack Josephs
15 love.
was a trainee pro at Middlesex under the IIP scheme. Is now working at Hampton Court. Comes with a background in table tennis.
15 all.
He's playing off about 20 these days. And is going through a series of challenge matches, exhibition matches at Hampton Court, trying to get his handicap down a bit. Looking, of course, to make the cut-off for qualification for this tournament next year. That cut-off being a 15 handicap.
$30-15. Oh. $40-15, 1 chase, better than 2.
Yeah, so it's fantastic to see some of the young professionals doing some marking here this week. And hopefully we'll see them out on the court themselves in years to come.
40-15, receiver leads.
And speaking of years to come, hopefully you'll see much more of Ben Yorston here at the British Open and at tournaments like the British Amateur. He's quite a talent, and it'll be great to see if he can get
better than 2.
his handicap right down into that single figures. This will do his confidence
better
a
than
world
2.
of good.
Chase.
That force goes high.
30-40. Court. 1 fault. Out. Yeah. Nearly a yard worse than last gallery.
Bit of frame in that volley there.
30-40, 1 chase.
As we look at the points won percentage of the tournament so far, Shenkman up in second position behind Darren Long
nearly a yard worse
after
than
his
last gallery.
very convincing win against Mark Hobbs last night. It's a great put away by Rob Shenkman there.
Server.
One
5
game away
games to
now.
3.
1 game away from a second round match against Leon Smart.
$15 love.
Must be so frustrating for Ben to see all those grills go past him. Such an accurate hitter of grills, Rob Shenkman. Both he and Darren Long, the Manchester pair, love hitting their targets.
First gallery, 15 up. Chase 2, 2 chases, 15 love.
Let's
Two
have a look at
chases,
some more
first gallery,
aggregated
chase
statistics. Some serves 1 percentage. Again, Darren Long and Rob Shenkman absolutely dominant from that service end. The two Manchester boys. And even Darren winning 63% of his points from the receiving end just
Scores
was
15 love,
how
receiver leads,
convincing his match was
2 chases,
last
first
night.
gallery and 2.
After it came
Chase
off, Mark
the
Hobbs
first
mentioned
gallery.
that it was struggling with his hamstring, so but Darren won't mind helping inflate his statistics a bit with a match like that. First gallery chase. Apologies, I think that may have hit the marker's microphone at that force. If you heard some ruffled noises in the background there. Goes for it again. I think you can tell just how much Rob prides himself on his target hitting, that even though that was a chase 2, he was still frustrated with himself that he couldn't find the dead on. And that one sneaks in as well. So, match point for Rob Shenkman. And he does it. After 3 grueling sets and a disruption because of court sweat, Rob Shenkman finally wins the first match of the day and goes into a second round match against Leon Smart. Let's have a look at some of the statistics from that match. Rob hitting 20 grills in the end. A fantastic tally. But all credit to Ben Yorston. He really took the fight to Rob there, especially in that second set, pushing him to 6-5. I think he'll have to take away only positives from that match going forward. So do stay tuned on this channel. We will follow very shortly with the next match of Zach Edel and Mathieu Salon. In the meantime, it's goodbye from all of us at Queen's Club, and we'll see you shortly.
Not sweating.